Hey y'all, it's Alexis with Bless Our Littles. Welcome back to our pre-pregnancy prep, not Tuesday, Thursday. So this is something that I'm going to be doing from here on out. I'm going to be doing 2 videos a week, so that's going to be on Tuesday and Thursday, and I am going to be sharing with y'all just more tips and advice and tricks that I am doing in my pre-pregnancy prep. I'm going to actually be slowing down on blog posts as far as the gift guides go, just because it is consuming so much of my time, and I know so many of you love it, but this right now is kind of my main focus and what I'm going through in my journey. So anyhow, y'all know I love to share everything that's going on in our life, and so that's what we're doing today. So if this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. This is where I basically just share my journey with you on preparing my body for pregnancy. Now, today we're going to be talking about filtered water and why I think it is so important to buy a water filter or bottled water or whatever you want to do for cleaner water. So about 2 years ago, when my husband and I moved to Seattle, we had to sign this form. And basically in the form it said that the house had been built before the 1920s, so we had to sign something that said we understood that there was lead and asbestos possible in the house. So we actually had a water guy come out because one of our water mains were broken, I guess, and they tested it and said that the lead was really high. And so I went out and just bought a cheap Brita filter. It was one of those standing pitchers, and I bought one of those, and we had used that for like over a year. Really liked it. It was pretty easy, you just fill it up with water. But the reason why when I moved here I invested in something a little better was because I started realizing that there are other things even just besides lead. There's fluoride, there's different kinds of minerals that cause us to kind of have issues with our body and can cause different problems. So, especially if you are a tap water drinker, you're going to want to make sure that you go get some kind of water filtering system. Now, I've heard excellent and amazing reviews about the Berkey big water filters. They stand pretty tall, like taller than what I can do here. And that would be great if you have a large family, several kids. That would be for you. It's stainless steel, so you don't have to worry about any of the plastics, which is something that always kind of concerns me about Brita. That's why I don't typically buy Brita anymore, because I know that they are typically plastic and not as good just for your body, to be consuming out of plastic things. So I ended up purchasing a zero water glass water system, and it is absolutely amazing. I'm going to go ahead and put a picture here, and you guys can see that it is clear. It's a pretty decent size. It'll be great for me and my husband. Once we have a couple kids, I'll probably upgrade to the Berkey, but for now it's great because I can go a couple of days without having to refill it. And the water tastes really good. Now it does come with a little, it's got a little test thing. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's digital. And when you stick it in the water, it'll tell you if it's 0, above 0, or below 0, and you want the number to be at 0. And that kind of tells you when the filter needs to be changed. So I haven't changed mine yet. It's been about 4 months and I use it all the time. But I'm assuming if I used it even more than the way I'm using it right now, I would probably need to refill that filter. Now, the one I purchased was about $70, and I believe the filter is like 20 something. I'm not entirely sure. But regardless, it's really important to be thinking about what you're putting into your body, because pre-pregnancy, what you put into your body, it generally stays in your body for about 90 days. And I'm not exactly sure where I read that, but was doing some kind of research, and I remember my doctor telling me, about a few months before, you really want to think about what you're putting into your body, because all of that kind of, stays in there for that amount of time. So that's why, I think it's really important to look into a good water system, because eventually once you are pregnant, whatever you're drinking is going right to the baby. So hopefully this video helped. Again, I'm sorry if there wasn't any scientific study behind it, but this is just my personal reason as to why I did a water filtering system. So hopefully you guys are doing well, and I will see you next Tuesday.